The best way to have confidence in your future is to get very focused on a few things. Very focused on a few things and checking up on it every single week to see if you're making any progress. That's the best way, because if you focus on a few things, guess what? You'll have more energy to invest in those few things to actually see progress. And then if you're checking in on your progress every week, you'll see whether or not you're making progress or if you're staying the same. And if you're making progress, then you'll be confident in your future because you know you're getting somewhere. And if you're staying the same, you can still be confident in your future because now at least you know you're not growing, and you can ask yourself, how can you change and grow? But first, you gotta get focused on a few key things. So ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish this year? Don't just say, oh, I want to get a car, and I want to start a business, and I want to write a book, and I want to lose weight, and I want to make more friends, and I want to be more charismatic, and I want to juggle, and I want to, that's so many goals. And you're not gonna achieve any of that, because the more goals you have, the less energy you have to place on any goals. But if you have no more than 3 goals you want to focus on for this year, you can put so much energy into those 3 goals. If you have 2, that's better. If you have 1, that's best. But regardless, if you have a small amount of goals, you'll actually be able to see yourself growing in them, rather than having so many different goals and all your attention is haphazardly going between all of them. But picking goals is really hard for most people because there's so much we can do. For me, why do you want to spend a whole year on just 3 things when you could do so much more? Well, here's why you should. Because if you focus on small things, it actually get done. And you focus on everything else, it's not going to get done. So this means you have got to make the sacrifices. You've got to sacrifice all the other things you can be doing and focus on the things you truly want to do. And this will guarantee your greatness. Think about Kobe. What was he focused on? Basketball. Think about Beyonce. What was she focused on? Making music. Think about Gordon Ramsay. What was he focused on? Cooking. And guess what? Because they dialed in on what really mattered to them and stayed focused for years, they became so successful. Was this hard to choose? I can't tell because I don't speak to them. But I can say that doesn't matter because they made that choice. And if you want to be very successful, you gotta make that choice too. Don't be like average people where you want to just do every single thing and then you don't go great in anything. Be like the small group of successful people who say, this is my domain, I'm going to stay focused on this no matter what, and I'm going to grow and be successful in it. So right now, ask yourself, what are the 3, 2, or 1 most important goals you want to focus on for this year? For me, that's my business, that's my physical health, and that's my family. So I focus on the business, focus on my health, and I focus on my family. It's easy. And now, when we go over to weekly accountability, we ask yourself, did you make progress? You'll start seeing your growth. Because now, it's so easy to say, I want to do these things, and then time passes, and you're like, why didn't I ever get started? But now, when you say, did I make any progress? It's no longer, why didn't I get started? It's, okay, I see I'm not making any progress in this area. How can I be better next week? Oh, I did make progress. Okay, how can I keep this going? You feel me? That one question will help you stay on track because it helps you look over your shoulder and stop lying to yourself. And it's something I desperately needed back in my day because until I start asking that question every week, I was literally just coasting. But the minute I started asking that question, I started seeing I was coasting. Every week for a whole month, I saw I was coasting. And I hated that feeling. So that made me want to get serious and say, okay, well, I really want to start making progress because I know this question is going to come up and I want to be able to say yes to that. And literally just from that small decision, it got me here. So once you have your goals written out, and you should go ahead and comment down below what the 3 goals you want to reach. Now, ask yourself once every week, did you make progress? And that is how you'll be confident in your future because now you know what you're working towards. You know the top 3, and now you're aware if you're making progress or not. And if you're not making progress, you can just say, how can I make progress? And if you are making progress, you can say, how can I make even more progress? Your future is literally in your hands at that point. Nothing can come up that can stop you if you're the person who knows what you want, works on what you want, and reviews whether or not you're making any progress on your goals. It's that simple. That's the formula. And notice how it's only 3 things. You feel me? No, 3 things seems, my bad, my alarm went off. But I was just saying, 3 things seems to be the perfect number for anything. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully this video wasn't like a ramble all over the place. But if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you understood it, comment below. Say, hey, I got you. I feel you. I rock with this. And if you haven't subscribed by now, you might as well, because why would you stick around this far to not subscribe? You feel me? So go ahead and click that button. And as always, remember, take action, stay consistent, make your goals happen, and I'll see you later.